Well, in case you guys haven't realized, I'm somebody who gets sidetracked. Okay, because there's other things that come up and I'm like, oh, I should do this thing and I should do that thing, I should take care of this. And so what I was realizing is that since I want to put boxwoods over here, instead of just trying to like build it into the side of the mound, I should go ahead and use up these old tires. I don't know if you saw how big my ATV rear tires are on my lawnmower right now that I put on there, but these are the tires that came off of there, off of the rear of my lawnmower. My old 1996 Ranch King that was in the garage. So, since it's just boxwoods going in here and it's not anything that's going to be getting eaten or anything, I figure it's fine. I don't know why people grow food inside of these. It's not something I would do, but for just a boxwood evergreen, I see no problem with it. Now, I'm not going to cut off this bottom ring or anything, so this is just going to be the only area for the bottom roots. But I also figure that this little lip will end up collecting some water that will end up kind of root feeding this boxwood a little bit, and then it'll be able to put some down in the ground. Okay, and now that I'm thinking about like setting up this evergreen line, I don't know, in case you can see, like, so here's the road, and they have like a straight shot to what is going to be a visual of what is going to be my outdoor patio space eventually, you know, and I'm going to not prioritize that. It's going to be a wall till Hezekiah can come home, even best case, but I'm thinking, well, maybe I want some privacy to the back door patio area, and since I want to go ahead and put a tree here anyways, in this area that's going to be landscape fabricked, and I'm going to keep that area as a bed that's going to be close to the back patio. But I was thinking, because I get a lot of looky-loos, and I'm guilty of it too when I drive around here, trying to check out other people's houses and stuff. So these are the boxwoods that I'm going to put in those tires, okay? And then I can trim these to whatever size I want, because it says, it gets 2 foot wide, but I mean, it doesn't have to be. These grow really slow. And then what I've also got, oops, I just kicked over my ivy. What I've also got that I haven't planted yet, because I wasn't sure, I was going to maybe put it down there for privacy from the road down that way. But the thing is that like someday I could even build just like a short little fence over here, or again, like do more stacks of firewood or something, because it's like a fence that you can use when you have the firewood stacks. So I still, from this area, like to be able to see down the hill is the thing. I like to see my birds and how they're doing, because sometimes a raccoon will come be chasing them around. But this thing that I got on clearance, okay, this is the green giant. I planted the other one already that's shorter, but this one gets 20 to 30 foot tall and 20 to 30 foot wide, perhaps. Well, it says 20 to 30 feet apart, so it gets maybe only 15 feet wide, okay? 10 to 15 feet wide, and I feel like, this, boom, sticking it right in there, that is going to be perfect. So maybe I will go ahead. I was going to actually wait a little while to do this space, but I wouldn't mind getting that tree in the ground now that I actually know where I want to put it. A fruit tree would be great, but it's not going to give me any privacy in that area. So I'm going to have lots of other spaces for fruit trees. I want to be able to have some privacy without closing off my frontage, because again, this is all advertisement space in a way. It's like multi-purposeful advertisement space. Okay, so just like I put that other, you can't hardly see it, but right down there's that other evergreen that I put in, and that's going to give my nursery space a little bit of a visual block from the looky-loos, because, like, maybe nobody would ever want to come rob my nursery, but it's like just good to offer a slight deterrence. But yeah, I'm excited that I know where that tree's going to go now. I'm super excited. And it's going to afford like a little bit of shade in this area. And it's not like it's going to be shading productive plants. It's going to be shading my driveway. And then I was also out here thinking, which is why I've been going so slow, guys, because I'm just like dreamscaping, trying to figure out how I want things to be. But before I left, I had planted this tree that is supposed to just be super beautiful. And I bought, a cheaper one, so it was very short. And then I ended up leaving, and it's like the tree's basically gone. And it's what's called a tricolored beech, I believe. Okay, so its leaves get these white, and it's like they're like white and green and purpley, and they're beautiful, but they do want to get started in the shade. And I'm not sure if the one that I had slightly down the hill, it was just the whole area was overgrown with grapevines, and then I couldn't even find the little cage, so I'm not sure if it got mowed over, but it's gone basically. And it's a beautiful specimen tree that I really wanted to be able to propagate and like share with other people. So I'm thinking, since this tree is really old and hopefully it has a lot of years left in it, but maybe not. I mean, the woodpecker love this tree. I don't know if I'll show you guys. But I'm thinking, since I had to cut down some dead branches anyways, and I might just groom this up a little bit, so that it's more like an inverted bell situation, so it'd be kind of like an umbrella. I'm thinking that eventually I'm going to get a tricolored beech to just pop in like right here to grow up underneath the canopy of this. I mean, maybe not too much under, like maybe I'll do it so that they can have some overlap while this tree is still alive. But it's going to take a long time for this tricolored beech to grow up, and I can always cut this crabapple back a little bit. And then so it's going to be that tricolor beech, and then the black beauty mulberry, and then the black-leafed elderberries, and then the red dragon contorted filbert. And then I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, you might be able to hear them, the multitudes of woodpeckers going. I love the wildlife out here, and I've got like 5 to 8 different kinds of woodpeckers. It's like a whole bunch of different kinds. Okay, but this is how much. Like, look at this. I mean, the woodpeckers just love this tree. They just love it. Look at it. And it goes like that all the way. It's like all the way up. They just love it. And so this tree, it's struggling a little bit, but it's also just super old. So anyways, I feel excited about that. I feel excited about putting in my boxwoods here and just having a lot of evergreens to look at. I do eventually want to work on having evergreen interests on the other side of the house, because I already have this evergreen line all the way over here as part of why I wanted to plant that other one on the other side. But I just feel like I'm not going to keep up on watering it because I don't have a lot of things that I have to water over there. And I'll end up forgetting it like at the height of summer, and all it'll take is just like forgetting it for like 4 days and it'll be completely dead. So we're not going to do that. And it's just super exciting. But I'm going to go get my pond liner out.